La 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 Algebra. Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Algebra. Today we're going to talk about solving equations quickly. We also have a very special guest today. Well, Natalie is here. Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
And our friend Addison is here too. Hi, Addie.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Natalie, you're good?
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go first through what we're going to talk about today. We're going to review one more time rule number one, very important. Natalie, can you read it?
We can add or subtract the same number from both sides of a true equation to get another true equation.
Yes, so we've been using that in previous videos to solve equations by adding one number to both sides or subtracting one number to both sides until we got x equals the solution. And today what we're going to do is just accelerate that a little bit. And the way we use that rule is as follows. So to solve equations quickly, what that rule says is that numbers that are added on one side of an equation can go to the other side of the equation as subtracted. And numbers that are subtracted on one side of the equation can go to the other side as added. For example, in the examples that we have right here, I moved plus 3 to the other side of the equation as minus 3. And in this equation here below, this minus 4, I moved it to the other side as plus 4. Okay, does that make sense, Natalie?
Yeah.
How about Addison? You're good? Yeah, and the reason why that works is that what we are really doing is adding and subtracting the same number to both sides of the equation. So in the first example, what we did is subtract 3 to both sides of the equation to get, well, 3 minus 3 is 0, and 8 minus 3 is what we get on the other side. And in this side, what we did is add 4 to both sides of the equation to get, well, here we got 0, and now we just have 7, and on the other side, we get 3 plus 4. And that's when we say that you can move a 3 that is adding as subtracting to the other side, what we really mean is these whole work, but we usually skip all those steps. Okay, so let's do some examples of how this works. Addison, are you ready? Okay, so tell me, we have this equation, x plus 3 equals 5. How do we move plus 3 to the other side to solve for x?
Can we do 5 minus 3 equals x?
Yes, because what we do is take this plus 3 and move it to the other side over here as minus 3. So what I get is that x equals 5 minus 3. And again, what's happened is that we've subtracted 3 from both sides. So what we did was x plus 3 equals 5, and then x plus 3 minus 3 equals 5 minus 3. So I subtracted 3 from both sides. This is 0, so this is x plus 0 equals 5 minus 3, and that gives me x is 5 minus 3. How much is 5 minus 3, Eddie? 2. So the solution is 2. There you go. Very nice. Okay, let's do one more example. Natalie. 5 plus y equals 9. What can we do to solve for y?
We can take the plus 5 and bring it to the other side as minus 5.
Great. I'm going to bring it right here as minus 5. So instead of 5 plus y equals 9, I get what equation? Y equals
9 minus 5.
9 minus 5. Great. And that is, how much is 9 minus 5?
9 minus 5 equals 4.
4. And that's my solution right there. Y equals 4. Awesome. Okay, let's see one more example. Addison. So I want to solve for z in this case. How could I solve for z?
You can move the minus 2 and make that z plus 2 equals 7.
Z plus 2, so if I move it to the other side, then the plus 2 would end up on the other side of the equation, right?
So 2 plus 3?
So this plus 2 has to move to the other side, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So the minus 2 appears on the other side as what?
7 minus 2?
7 minus 2? Well, if it is subtracting on this side, then it has to appear on the other side adding, correctly?
So 7 plus 2?
7 plus 2, that's right. So if it's minus 2 here, then it's going to appear on the other side as plus 2. So what I get is that z equals 7 minus 2, which is, how much is 7 minus 2?
5.
5. Let's see that this works. Oh, oops, I made a mistake myself, you see? Even I make mistakes. So we said that the plus 2 appears on the other side as plus 2, so we get 7 plus 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So how much is 7 plus 2?
9.
9. Okay, let's see that. I was already saying, let's see that 5 works. 5 minus 2 is not 7. 5 doesn't work. So I knew I had made a mistake myself.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make sure that this actually works. Check. Does z equals 9 work? So
Yes.
9 minus 2 is 7.
Mm-hmm.
9 minus 2 equals 7. So that works. Awesome. Great. So that is the solution to this problem. All right, let's try another one. Natalie. Okay, so now I want to solve for t. How can I solve for t?
We can bring the minus 2
Okay.
over to the other side as plus 2.
As plus 2. So I'm going to, in the first step, I'm going to move this minus 2 to the other side. So what equation do I get now? 1 plus t equals
4 plus 2. Not minus
4
2.
plus 2 plus 2. Great. Okay, and then what else can I do? So how about the 1? Can I move the 1? Plus 1 on this side can go to the other side as?
Minus 1.
As minus 1. Very good. So this one is going to move here as minus 1. So I get t equals 4 plus 2 minus 1. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you say, so how much is 4 plus 2 minus 1?
4 plus 2 is 6.
Uh-huh.
And then minus 1 equals 5.
6, and then minus 1 is 5. Very nice. So does 5 work? Does 5 work in the original equation? 1 plus 5 is
6.
6 minus 2
equals 4.
equals 4. So 5 works. Amazing. Okay, math always works when you do it right. Okay, Addison, one last one. This is the very last one of the video. Okay,
Reals.
for reals this time. So we have x plus x equals x plus 3. Addison, how do you think we can solve this? What can we do here?
Well, x probably equals all the same number.
Yeah, so whenever you see the same letter in the same equation, it represents the exactly same number every time. Yeah.
And, say we were to add for the x to be 3.
Yeah.
Then, if it's 3 plus 3 equals 3 plus 3, then that works.
So if x is 3, then 3 plus 3 equals 3 plus 3 definitely works. Very good. But how did you know that x equals 3 was the solution?
Well, since x all equals the same number,
Yeah.
the 3 on that side, it would probably have to be 3 on the other side because
since x is all the same number, it couldn't be like 5 plus 3 or 6 plus 3, because then the x's are different numbers.
I see. Yeah, so in one side we're adding two numbers that are the same, and on the other side we're adding x and another number, so you figure that x should be the same number. Let's try to solve it using algebra. So if I start with x plus x equals x plus 3, let's try to move something to the other side. Can I move this x here to the other side? And if it's plus x, it goes to the other side as what?
X plus 3 plus x.
If it is adding on one side,
Minus x.
minus x. That's exactly right. So it's going to go in here as minus x. So what I get is x equals x plus 3 minus x, correct? So now what can I do? How much is x minus x?
X minus x equals 3.
No. So if I have x minus x,
0.
0, that's correct. So if I add 7 minus 7, that's 0. 5 minus 5, that's 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So no matter what x is, it's a number. So itself minus itself, it's got to be 0. So what I get is that x equals 0 plus 3, and that is 3. And that gives me the solution that you found out over here, right? Yeah, so that's how we solve equations, just by moving numbers from one side to the other. But if you have one number that is adding on one side, it goes to the other side subtracting. And if you have a number that is subtracting on one side, it will go to the other side as adding. All right, very good. So that's all for today. Thanks so much, Addison, for joining us.
Welcome.
And thank you everyone for watching. There's many more videos in our YouTube channel. And you can always reach us at the email address on the screen if you have any questions or if you have any problems that you would like us to solve. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.